Hello, gorgeous. Raise your hand if you're feeling behind because everyone's already a month into their 90-day winter arc. Me too. So don't worry, it's okay. We still have time. I've got you covered, sis. In this video, I'm going to give you a guide that actually works to change your life in just 2 months. So by the time that new year rings around and the champagne gets to popping, we're ready to sashay into our glow up era. This has worked for me time and time again. Whether I need a change, a reset, realignment, just starting over. I've used it to reverse prediabetes, to lose almost 50 pounds. I used it when I was in school as a single mom to get 3 degrees. I've used it to change my life from a struggling single mom to earning over 6 figures and working for my dream company. So when I tell you it works, it works. So we still have about 2 months. Technically, winter doesn't even end until March, but we're not waiting till March. We're not waiting to the new year. We're starting our glow up era today. New Year's resolutions don't last. Most people drop them within 4 months, and those are just the exceptions because most people don't even make it through the month of January. Most people don't even make it through the first week. Raise your hand or leave it in the comments if you've been one of those people. But that's okay because it's never too late to hit the reset button and start again. I've personally been going through something in my life right now that's just rocked my whole world, and I'm using this just to reset myself. And you know, so I'm right here doing it with you. But we woke up this morning. We were blessed to wake up this morning, so we have another chance to do it again. The key is to have a sustainable plan so that we can build that momentum, so that once we're all done with all the family time and the holidays and the good food, we've already incorporated all these good habits into our life, so that after the new year, instead of just starting like most people are going to do, we're going to be already there and ready to just 10x our results and just really accelerate towards our glow up era. So this video is going to be broken down into 2 parts. The first part is going to be the prep work, and that's just to get you tapped in and fired up, working towards your goals. And then the second part is what I like to call time for some action, and that's where you're just going to do exactly like it says, put the action behind your intentions and your words and get to working towards that goal and changing your life so that we can become that girl, because that's what we all want to do. Okay, so the first part of the prep work is to clean, declutter, and organize your space. I always have a saying that messy space, messy mind. So if you can really just give your space, your environment a fresh start, that's just going to really set you up for success as you go on this journey. Sometimes like we can get depressed. Sometimes it's hard to break out of that. Most of the time it's doing the thing versus trying to find the motivation. Sometimes motivation will never come to you and then you'll just be stuck. So I always like to work on my space and my environment, and that usually gives me a little bit, you know, of a little jump start to make me feel good about moving on to the next steps to creating that change in my life that I desire. The second part of prep work is to manage your social media. Social media has become such an integral part of our lives that I just never would have expected it to become the thing that it is. I mean, I'm 44, so I remember when it was first invented, it wasn't always a part of my life. It's really a strange thing to look at how much it just, you know, rules our world. But it's also such a great thing because I wouldn't be here able to talk to you. So the thing about managing your social media is, one, just retraining your algorithms. Sometimes we'll get all engrossed in all this celebrity gossip and all the other stuff that's out there online that just doesn't make us feel good. So it's just about retraining your algorithm. You want to follow those type of people that make you feel good. You know, listen to things that are motivating. I'm not a big social media person anyway, so it's never really hard for me to take a social media break. If you're at a point where it's not doing you any good and you really just need a fresh start, I would highly recommend just taking a social media break. Okay, so now that we've done the prep work and we're all fired up, our space is clean, everything's organized and in order, this is the time for some action section. So the first step in that is to take a life inventory. So you want to look at all of those major pillars in your life and just see how they're doing. And the major pillars, I'm just going to be looking down because I want to make sure I wrote things that I really want to touch on, points, and I don't want to miss anything. So if you see me looking down, that's what I'm doing. For your life pillars, you want to look at your relationships and love, career and professional, financial, your physical health, your personal and spiritual pillar, and then also your mental health and emotional being. And so in each of those areas, you just want to kind of look at which area needs improving. And we usually know which areas we need help in, that we need work in, or that we're not feeling fulfilled in. So you just want to look at all of your life pillars and then just pick one area that you really want to hone in on for the next couple of months. So after you've looked at all those pillars and you've selected the area that you really want to focus on right now, you want to pick one thing, one goal that you want to set for that area. Like if it's about physical health, is there specific biometrics that you want to meet? Is it weight loss? Is it like me being forced to think about your physical health because you're diagnosed with prediabetes, so you want to reverse that? So whatever that goal is, you always want to think of it as beginning with the end in mind, and also making sure that your goals are smart, making sure that it's specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. And then once you've set the goal, you want to break it down into steps. You want to make sure you have monthly steps, weekly steps, and daily steps. Just for example, if your goal is to lose weight, there's something that you're going to have to do every day. You're going to have to eat right, you're going to have to exercise. Weekly, you're going to have steps that you need to do every week. That may be going to the store, it could be meal prepping. If you're doing weight training certain days out of the week, you have your routine that 3 times a week, that's what you're doing. So it's breaking them down into those steps to reach the big goal. And then you also want to give yourself a why, because I've found that the things that I really stick to are the things that I'm passionate about, and there's a reason for me to do it. Going back to the example of losing weight, if it's just about vanity because you want to fit into that dress or to that pair of jeans, it's going to be harder to stick to versus you thinking of it from the aspect of health. It's because I want to have longevity. It's because I want to have energy. It's because, I don't want heart disease. I want to be around here for my family. So you really have to give yourself a why, something that's going to be important, because at those times when you don't want to get up in the morning, you don't want to go to the gym, you just don't. You're going to need that why. That's going to be the thing that pushes you and keeps you going at it. So think about something important that's going to relate to that goal, that's going to make it even more powerful for you to have that drive to be consistent. And then once you have the why, it's time to just get to work. It's time to just, really, like we said, put it into action. And the important thing is you got to stay disciplined, and that's always the hard part. Is we start something and life can come at us, things can happen, and then we lose our consistency. So I recommend, instead of losing your consistency, if you have to pivot, like, life is life and life is going to life, and you just never know what to expect. But I always recommend to pivot. Say you had a lofty goal of losing like 20 pounds or something, maybe just lower it to 10. Like, I'm just going to do 10. This is what I can do right now. At least you still have that satisfaction at the end, and you still built up that momentum and that motivation to keep going. If you still kept going on it and being consistent versus just dropping it altogether. With this plan, as far as changing your life, it's like kind of creating like a snowball effect. Once you achieve a goal, then you want to achieve another goal and another and another. It takes time for us to build habits as humans. We get stuck in our ways, so we have to create a new way of living, and it takes time to do that. So changing your life isn't about like a complete 100 makeover, but it's putting in place those building blocks to get there. Even just one change in your life, it's changing, your life. Maybe you're not your dream woman, but it's getting you one step closer. That's what you want to do, is build upon things to get you closer to where you want to be. It's like that saying that like life isn't a marathon or a sprint, but it's a journey. So the next thing you want to do is you just want to create a vision board. And this is just going to be a high level vision board of some SMART goals for the other pillars of your life. Looking at what your dream image of yourself is and the things that you need to get there. So you want to create it so that you have a visual, so that you have a North Star. And these aren't the things that you're going to work on right now because we have our other goal that we're focusing on. So you want to put that in place and then put it away. You don't want to keep focusing, because I know for me, I don't have like patience. It's hard for me to just wait and let me just focus on this thing. I want to do everything right now. I want all of the things. It kind of helps me to know that these are the things that I need to work on and I will get there. Like a plan, a forecast, like how businesses forecast they project their earnings and things like that. They know what's coming down the line. It's kind of setting your life up in that way that you know this is what's coming down the line and this is what you need to work for and work towards so you can stay on track with what you have going on right now. So you're going to make the vision board, then you're going to put it away, but you still want it in an area where you see it regularly, because it's a reminder that this is a plan. It's not we're just doing something for now. We have goals and we have a glow up that we're working towards, and all of this is a part of it. If you guys want to see a video about doing a vision board with SMART goals, let me know in the comments and then I'll put that together. But I feel like when you just put like a collage of things on a vision board and you just put the year, it just looks like an art piece and pretty, but it's not a real goal. Like there's no action behind it. But I want to do one that's more honed in and can keep me on track with all of these goals and those main pillars of my life that I really want to focus on. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a vision board that has SMART goals, and it's not broken down like this main goal that we're focusing on right now, but it is going to be broken down by, okay, I have 3 goals. Right now I'm working, let's go back to the weight loss thing, we're working on weight loss. And then we want to work on our finances, and then we want to work on our career professional things. So the career and professional and the finance stuff would be the thing that we would put on our vision board. And then we would put either monthly or seasonal when we want to work on those things. I always like to think like doing things as a quarterly thing, like every 3 to 4 months we're focusing in on something else. Again, if you guys would like to see a video of that, just put in the comments and I'll put a video together. Okay, then this next section, it's going to be just about the things that we do daily. It's about creating those good habits to put us in a good state of mind and setting ourselves up for success on a daily basis. So one of those things is to implement a slow morning and night routine. I didn't realize how important that was when it comes to work. It's always hustle, hustle, move, move, and grind, grind. And I've more recently have implemented doing slow mornings. Instead of jumping up and straight into work, I try to wake up earlier to give myself more time. I go and get my coffee in the morning, and then I get like back in the bed. Honestly, I was like, sometimes like when I say it, sounds like a little bit lazy. But no, I'll go get me a good coffee, and I bought me like a nice little fancy coffee maker, and I'll make my little, right now I'm stuck on the pumpkin spice lattes. So I'll go make my pumpkin spice latte, and it's cold in the mornings, finally in California, because it's been like hot, and I know we've all been waiting for it to start getting cold. But I'll go and get my coffee in the morning, and then I'll get back in the bed and I'll just sit there and journal, sip on my coffee, and just really take my time about getting up and getting started. And I work from home most of the time. It can be really easy just at home to just roll out of bed and then go straight to work. But I've been doing more of things to take care of myself, and then also like, you know, doing walks in the morning, just really taking my time to wake my body up so that my body catches up with my brain and just feels comfortable in the mornings and just doesn't feel so dogged by the end of the day. And then also with the slow morning and creating a night routine is making sure that you go to sleep at the same time every night. Because I don't know about you, just when my night schedule fluctuates and I'm going to sleep earlier one night and later another, it really just throws off my next day. So it's really good to build that habit of going to sleep at the same time every day and waking up at the same time every day, so that your body is adjusted to that schedule and you're well rested. And then going back to that slow morning routine, and this is something that you don't have to do like in the mornings. Sometimes I'll do it in the morning, sometimes I'll do it at night, sometimes I'll do it both day and night, just depending on how I'm feeling, is to implement prayer or meditation or journaling into your day. It really is a miracle that we wake up every day. So many things have to happen within our body and out for us to wake up every morning. Every day I wake up is a blessing. And just that practice of being grateful, whether it's expressing that through meditation or through prayer or through journaling, I think is really important, just to realize every day I've been given another chance and just being grateful for that. Then also, I feel like mentally journaling really just helps, and also prayer and meditation with just those intrusive thoughts. If you're getting intrusive or limiting thoughts, just pay attention to how you speak to yourself, but just try to be more mindful and practice being more kind to yourself. And then I also found like if I'm getting like a lot of intrusive thoughts about a certain thing, writing it down and then just reframing that, because that's also part of doing like shadow work. And I highly recommend shadow work to start thinking about those intrusive thoughts and where they're coming from, because sometimes you'll be surprised where, you know, you're picking up on those thoughts and that energy. So I really recommend when you're getting those intrusive thoughts and limiting messages to write them down and try reframing them, because sometimes our mind will hold things and it's almost like we need to release it in order for it to go away or to stop. One thing I like to do is affirmation meditation. I've tried quiet meditation many times, but for some reason it just doesn't work very well for me. I don't feel that it brings me the calm and all the things that meditation is supposed to bring to most people. But affirmation meditations do work for me, and I know there's some really good ones even just on YouTube. Sometimes when I'm having trouble sleeping, I'll turn those on and they'll put me to sleep, and with a good state of mind, like I'm hearing positive things as I'm going to rest, and it just helps you to wake up better. And then I'll also listen to it in the morning, and that just really centers you for your day. It just really sets your day up for positive things and for positive thinking, especially when you're stressed out or you're not happy or sad, whatever it is that you're going through in life, or you have to get up to do things that you don't really want to do. It really just helps to have those positive affirmations be the first thing that your mind absorbs for the day. Okay, and then the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to commit to daily movement, because we have our other thing that we're focusing on, and we don't want to do too much. We don't want to overwhelm ourselves so that it's hard for us to maintain our goals and what we're working for. If you can walk for 30 minutes, great. I do that. I have a walking pad, and sometimes I'll put my computer on a standing desk over my walking pad, and I'll get work done while I'm doing that. And it really does help with your mind and with the health of your body, because you're moving it every day. So commit to doing that. I'll show actually the walking pad. I'll put an image of the walking pad that I use, and then I'll also link it below. It was really inexpensive on Amazon, and also the desk that I have, I'll link that below as well. If it's something that is hard to incorporate in your life, do it at the same time that you're already doing something else, so that you're not feeling like you're losing any time. Then the next thing that you're going to do is prioritizing the fuel for your body. Unless your goal is to lose weight or some kind of goal that has to do with physical fitness, we don't want to focus on taking anything away, but prioritizing fuel kind of almost tricks the mind into creating those good habits. So instead of like thinking about taking away whole food groups, think about adding in those things that your body wants, like even just vitamins. Some of the things that I've been taking is MSM, which works great. Collagen, ashwagandha. I take a daily liquid vitamin, and I'll link all that stuff in the below if you guys want to see the things that I'm taking and the brands. And I'm also doing chlorophyll, but they really help with my energy levels. It really helps with my gut and digestion. So I'm really just trying to give my body more of what it wants. And I found when I'm doing that, my body doesn't really want the fun foods as much when you're filling it up with the things that it actually needs. The last step is just to move in silence. Don't really share with anyone what you're working on, what you have going on in your life, what your goals are. It's really just protecting your space and your energy right now. And of course you can tell people, like, if it's those people that are in your life that care about you and are going to support you, of course you can share those things with them. Or even if you know that you have a friend or a family member that you guys want to do this together. So sometimes an accountability partner is very helpful when we're going on journeys as well. But other than that, just keep it to yourself, because you don't want anyone's energy or negativity throwing you off from what you want to do, especially if your goal is something that's not conventional. And everybody may not understand what you're trying to do and what your journey is, and you know what life and what God has set for you. So it's really something just to hold precious to yourself and protect, so that you don't have any outside noise and chatter throwing you off, because many dreams are shattered because of outside influences. So you really want to hold that tight and close to the chest. So that's it. Just keep it simple. The goal isn't about a sprint to the finish line, but rather it's just about building sustainable habits so that we build up that momentum to get to that life-changing 2025, because you know, we want to have a successful winter arc. We want to get to that glow up and be, you know, that girl and just obtain goals and reach that next level, becoming that woman that we want to be and that we envision and see and imagine for ourselves, because it's in all of us, and we just have to create those opportunities and the pathways by doing the work for us to get there. So comment below and let me know the one area that you plan to work on. And if you have any additional tips, if there's anything that has really worked for you that you didn't see me or hear me discuss, then drop it in the comments. I've found when I watch other people's videos that there really are some gems in the comments. So you never know if a question that somebody else has or what you say can really just be helping somebody else out. So if you found any value in this video, please like the video, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. But thank you for watching. Bye.